Hello, in this video today we are going to be combining two of the things that we learned previously, increasing and decreasing versus positive and negative, and then we'll also be going over minimum and maximum values. All right, so first thing that I see here, the function f of x is graphed below. What is true about the graph on the interval from negative infinity to a? So negative infinity to a is going to be this segment right here. So we're from negative infinity up to a, and then we're stopping there. So here's what I noticed about this. First off, this is above the x-axis, so I know that this interval is positive. And then finally, this is, if we're looking from left to right, this is a decreasing interval, so we are decreasing. So this interval from negative infinity to a is a positive interval, and it is decreasing. So positive and decreasing will be my answer. All right, let's look at another one like this. This one is going from c to infinity. What is true about this graph? Well, from c to infinity, here we go. From c to infinity, first off, this is below the x-axis, so I know that this is negative. And then from c to infinity, that is decreasing. So from c to infinity, this is a decreasing interval. So negative and decreasing. All right, so that is the increasing versus positive graphically. Now, last one of this unit is find absolute extreme values graphically. So here is what I see. First things first, let's go ahead and talk real quickly about absolute and relative. So an absolute minimum value is the lowest possible value that you could have on a graph, whereas a relative minimum is a valley, but it's not necessarily the lowest. So let's take a look here. Pretend this is a prettier graph. My absolute minimum value would occur here. This is my absolute minimum value, whereas I do also have a relative or a local minimum right here. It's a valley, but it's not the lowest point. So the absolute minimum of this function, well, what is my lowest possible value here? My lowest value here is that -5. All right. Next problem. Next thing is, what is the absolute minimum here? Well, same thing, absolute minimum value of this is looking to be, this is my lowest point. So my absolute minimum value is -2. Let's see if they have anything about relatives. Absolute maximum value of this is going to be right up here. Absolute value maximum would be 7. All right, so you should have plenty of information to finish out this unit.